told you we'd get cheeseburgers into this.
I'm going to buy it quickly.
There we go. You don't have to buy it. It's free, right?
It's free, absolutely.
It's free?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Even better. That's
great.
better.
And actually, you can download it from our website as well.
Oh my God! That really, and I think for everybody,
fantastic. I like that.
There's so much with elder law that we really don't know about. We're learning a little bit from you, but we're only going to scratch the surface. Jennifer, at this point in the show, we have to take a brief break from my hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, WHPC 90.3. Our guest today is Jennifer Cona, managing partner of Genser, Dubow, Genser and Cona. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Jennifer on the second half of My Hometown.
Hi. I found a toy dinosaur over on the playground by Smith Street. It had this phone number on it, and, well, I just wanted to make sure the dinosaur made it back to its little owner.
Yeah. Hi. I think I found your kid's stuffed animal near the swing set. Just wanted to call. I'm sure she misses it.
I know my son gets super attached to the smallest things, even a fire truck, and I'd be happy to drop it off. The toy was a little muddy, so I cleaned it up, and it's good to go whenever you're around.
When I found the little sippy cup, I just had to give you a call. It's for a kid, you know?
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger and give all of our kids the meals they need to grow. Learn how at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
My Hometown is made possible by Anton Media Group. For more of your local community news, you may visit AntonMediaGroup.com. If you have a story to share or want information about subscriptions, you may call 516-747-8282.
WHPC. And now we return to My Hometown.
We're back on My Hometown. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Our special guest today is Jennifer Cona, managing partner at Genser, Dubow, Genser and Cona. Zach, I think you had a question?
I did. So, Jennifer, what is the best way to protect one's resident and other key assets?
The best way really is to put the real property, your residence, into a trust. That starts that 5-year clock we were talking about before. And really you don't feel a difference. It's not like you're putting a bank account or, you're walking around cash into a trust. So most people will start with that. And like we were saying before, let's say you come to do planning when you're in your 50s or 60s, when you're looking at retirement maybe, people will start by putting the house in the trust. That gets that clock running. That's usually the best place to start. You want to name a trustee, someone that you trust that's going to, be your valued person that can handle finances. The number one question that people ask is, well, what happens if I want to sell my house? You can still sell the house. The trust will hold that asset. So if it's your, $500,000 house in Port Washington, let's say, and you want to downsize and move somewhere else that's smaller, more affordable, what have you, the trust will hold that $500,000. If you then rent something, now the trust will hold the sale proceeds, the cash. If you buy something smaller, it will hold the new property and the balance of the cash. But that asset, that value is always protected once it's in the trust. So your hands are not tied. You can move, you can do whatever you want. Your trustee would go to the closing with you because that person's now involved along with you. But it's not like you're stuck there. It's not like you can never have investable assets or move or do those kinds of things, but you're protecting that whole value. So that's why that works for most people. That's why it's a place to start. And then you can later say, if you want to start becoming more conservative and look to protect other assets, take bank accounts or mutual funds or, other monies and start protecting those as well. But that is where most people start.
Jennifer, I'm hearing that, and am I missing something? And this usually falls under my category. Is that almost a no-brainer?
It is a no-brainer.
See, I told you. Yeah. I can spot
You're
those
a quick study,
no-brainers.
Bill.
A quick study because I'm the one without the brains.
Right.
But really,
So
for people listening today, if you just heard that, you can protect an asset by, you're really just changing the legal entity that holds it. It's not like going to the dentist. You're not going to lose a tooth or you go have an operation or something. You're just going to change it from in their name to something called a trust. Nobody else knows about it, sees it. It doesn't change anything else in the world. Am I right?
That's right.
But because it's in a trust rather than my individual name, it's, in quote, protected.
Right.
So that $500,000
once 5 years passes.
5 years.
Yes.
But for all of us, that's like, why not?
Right.
I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't do it as you get older.
Right. And one other point is that you can keep a life estate so that you can keep your exemption. So if you have STAR or you have a veteran's exemption on your property, all that can stay the same as well.
I bet a lot of people, that takes them by surprise, just realizing that it's not at all painful. So that's a great point. Thank you for making it. What are the other must-have legal documents that really basically every person should have in place? Even we'll start out with the minimum and work their way up.
Mm-hmm. So everyone should have what's called advance directives. That's a power of attorney, a healthcare proxy, and a living will. So the power of attorney, you appoint someone to make financial decisions for you if you can't. Could be dealing with banks, real estate, talking to Social Security, your pension company. The healthcare proxy, you appoint someone to make healthcare decisions for you if you can't, communicate with doctors. And the living will is where you set forth what your wishes are as to end-of-life care. If you need... if machines are keeping you alive, if it's an end-of-life situation, you say what your wishes are now, and you set it forth in black and white so your family members don't have to do that for you. It's really important that you're making your wishes and not putting that decision-making burden on other people. And then your healthcare agent can communicate that for you with the doctor. So those are the 3 advance directives. And you should also be doing a last will and testament, and like we said before, doing that asset protection trust. So those are really the documents that everyone should have. Usually when you're looking at retirement age, but in most people's case, they'll have a will sooner, such as when they have children. And really, for kids like you, Zach, once you're 18, you should have a healthcare proxy, so that you have someone who can jump in and make healthcare decisions for you. Once you go to college, you should have a healthcare proxy because, your parents, for example, won't know if there's things going on with you. They won't have access to information. So we try to get that word out to people.
There's a lot of key information as well. So many of us, and we think we're smart on Long Island. We're holding high positions. We're doctors, nurses, teachers, etc. But you have a specialized field. And I'll tell our audience, Jennifer's also just a nice person to talk to. She's not intimidating. You're going to feel comfortable with her. It's like having a really good teacher friend that's going to explain this to you and put you in the right boat and save you lots and lots of money. So if they want to save money, tell us where they go.
You can call me at 631-390-5000.
And Jennifer's name is Jennifer Cona, C-O-N-A, part of the firm of?
Genser, Dubow, Genser, and Cona in
and
Melville.
Where are they located?
We're in Melville,
All
Bill.
right. Good.
Melville.
No, seriously, because I want people to know, because as you're saying this, it's waking up, and I'm sure anybody listening is, oh my God, that's pertains to us, or we could put those assets aside. And it's so easy to do. And one hospital bill that's out of line, or losing the value of that house that people work so hard for, or maybe their parents left it to them, kept it in the family. Maybe they have no will, or a will that names their former wife or husband, and that's something they probably certainly wouldn't want if it's a former wife or husband. So get that person out of the picture. Really a lot of things to wake up about, and I'm sure you're going to save a lot. I was in the hospital for a minor operation, less than half a day. I got a bill for over $50,000. It was paid by the insurance company, but that was half a day in the hospital. Not even that. So that's the kind of cost we're looking at, and you can save people a lot with that.
Yeah, people are very surprised. I will, just for your listeners who may not realize, the average cost in a nursing home is $15,000 a month right now. And sometimes people will say, you mean a year? No, that's a month. $15,000 a month. So, an average family can be wiped out of liquid assets very, very quickly.
I'm doing the math quickly. That's $180,000 a year. So if someone has a house, that's about 3 years of the house.
Yeah. So it goes quickly. So for people who haven't planned ahead, they're looking at that dissipation of assets. And if you're married, what is your spouse going to do? So if you're burning through this money without a plan, that's a real problem.
We think the insurance is going to cover everything, but not when you're talking numbers like that.
So what happens with insurance, and people will say this too, I have Medicare. Well, Medicare is for acute care needs. So that covers the hospital, and that will cover some days of rehab. People think the 20 days, some people will get up to 100, but then that's it, because that's the acute care. Medicaid and your other insurance do not cover, your insurance does not cover the long-term need. Medicaid is your long-term provider. So that's what the nursing home and the home care need is. Those are long-term needs, right? That is not what Medicare covers. okay? Because that's not acute any longer.
I think you're going to have a line outside your office just
Right.
for people to say, just explain this. But the good thing that I noticed is you actually sponsor an annual caregivers conference.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about that.
So that is a conference that we do every year that is designed to give people resources and information on topical issues like some of this that we're talking about, but also things beyond the law, because we take a holistic approach to elder law. We want people to know about caregiving issues, issues about aging on Long Island. We talk about taking care of yourself if you're a caregiver. We did a session on mediation and talking with parents about difficult topics, bringing families together, demystifying Medicaid, innovative resources for quality caregiving, just things like that people need to know about that they're not necessarily getting other places. And we bring in industry professionals to provide information. It could be things on reverse mortgages, long-term care insurance, assisted living, things that just come up for people. We bring it all in one room to provide resources and information to our folks in the community. And it's provided for free.
I was going to say, I think I saw the word free before that, and we love the word free. Zach and I, anything free, we line up for anything that says free.
Yeah, Jennifer, this is one that really stands out to me, and it interests me. The firm also has its own nonprofit, Senior Dreams Come True, that grants wishes for low-income seniors on Long Island. How long has this been in existence, and how many seniors have you helped over the years?
We started that in 2010. We've helped a lot of seniors. We grant wishes on a revolving basis. So, how many seniors we help varies throughout the year. And basically, we're just looking to provide small wishes because the government can't help, individuals on this kind of one-off basis. So we'll grant wishes for something very simple to granting a lifelong dream for someone. So we've done things like car repair, dental work. We built a wheelchair ramp for someone who otherwise was going to have to go to a nursing home. We flew a woman to Florida who had never seen a newborn granddaughter. She didn't have a cell phone or a computer, so she didn't even have a picture of her granddaughter. So
I knew you were a nice person. I could tell that right from, couldn't you?
Yeah, so did I, yeah.
So it's really simple things like that, but it makes a huge difference in that person's life. Someone else got hearing aids, so it's really wonderful things. It makes us feel great. It's great for them.
Jennifer, all this stuff, and it really does hit me as so interesting, and really for people on Long Island, as our community is getting older, please tell us once again before we wrap up, tell us how we can get in touch, the website, and how we can get in touch with your firm and the address.
So our website is genserlaw.com, GENSERLAW.com, and our phone number is 631-390-5000, and you can get our free elder law guidebook by going to either the website and downloading it, or call us and request a copy.
It's free.
And it's free. And it's packed with information about these things we talked about today.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And you're located in Melville, so people can get in touch. And Jennifer's last name is spelled Cona, C-O-N-A. We'd like to thank our special guest, Jennifer Cona, managing partner at Genser, Dubow, Genser & Cona. For additional information, you can call 631-390-5000 or visit genserlaw.com. I'm Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Thanks for listening to My Hometown.